Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are setting up Claude Desktop to run with Gemma 4 using LiteLLM as a proxy. Claude Desktop is one of the best local interface for working with AI models. But by default, it expects to connect directly to Anthropic's Cloud APIs. By utilizing the third-party inference mode, we can reroute Claude Desktop's API calls to local gateway. Since a Claude Desktop speaks the Anthropic message API format, LiteLLM acts as a translation bridge, converting those incoming Anthropic requests into OpenAI compatible format that Gamma 4 understands completely behind the scenes. Let's start the configuration. Before configuring Claude Desktop, we need to start LiteLLM. I'm starting this LiteLLM in my local using Docker. Here is my Docker Compose file. So to start LiteLLM, we need to have a database first. Here is the database, PostgRE SQL Server I'm using. And here is the image for LiteLLM. So what is LiteLLM? LiteLLM is an open source AI gateway. And if you want to understand how to configure LiteLLM or how to download Gemma 4 models and run in your local, I had created another video. Please watch that. So yeah, here is LiteLLM. Let's start this. Let's go to source folder. SRC Docker Compose. Docker Compose. So it will start two things. One is database and second is LLM gateway. Let's start. Let's navigate to localhost UI. Go to models and endpoints. So before we jump into the UI settings, there is a critical technical details you need to know. One thing is Claude Desktop strictly validates the model names. If you try to pass a raw model identifier like Gemma 4 or Gemma underscore 4 or Claude hyphen, 5 sonnet hyphen Gemma underscore 4, it doesn't allow these things. And the ones which first thing is like all the model names should be start with Claude hyphen or Anthropic hyphen. And another thing is it should not contain the other model names like Gemma 4 or GPT. Those things it's not allowing, it's not showing in the Claude Desktop once you configure. So that's the reason I configured this one as Claude G4 E2B. This is alias name for Gemma 4 model. Let's configure in Claude. So here, right now I connected with my free account. So to connect to third-party inference, first we need to go to here. So here developer settings is enabled for me, but in general it's not enabled by default. We need to go to help, and under troubleshooting we'll see one option called here. Actually we'll see one option called enable developer settings. So once you enable that, then you can see the developer options here. So we need to go to developer options and configure third-party inference. So here is the third-party inference mode. Here we can select, we can enable gateway. I already configured it. But here we can select multiple options. We have multiple options. We can directly connect to Cloud APIs or Bedrock or Vertex AI Foundry. We connect, if we have those keys, we can connect them also. So right now we'll go with a gateway, and our base URL is localhost 4000. And I'm connecting via static key API. Static keys, like we have a static key. Let's connect with master key, whatever we have for testing. So I'm using a barrier authentication and master key. I'm providing here master key. Let's test the connection. So it's connected. So no changes are made. That's why it's not appearing apply changes. So you can apply it. And once you apply that, if we want to switch to third party mode, just log out here. So now we can log in either via gateway. Here, sign in with gateway. So continue. So when we use this third party mode, inference mode, we can see only cowork and code. Chart will not appear. And all the chat and all the conversations will be within our laptop. And there is no cloud support. So here now we can see two models. As we see here, we have enabled four models: Gemma 4, Claude 3.5, Sonnet 2024-0620, and Claude ZB2. If you observe all these, it's only showing two models which doesn't have Gemma in their name. So what it's doing is like it's doing the name validation as well. Claude, whichever start with Claude code, when Claude model name is Claude or Anthropic, it's displaying, or else it's not showing the more specific models. Let's ask a simple question. What is LLM? And one sentence. Let's ask this question. So here is the answer. An LLM is a large language model is an AI system trained on vast amounts of text data that can understand and generate human-like language across wide range of tasks. So finally, we set up our Claude to call via LiteLLM. So I observe some issue here. It's not generating the titles. But yeah, apart from this, it's working. We can able to ask questions and get the data. Even it will do a web search and get the data. So we have a fully functioned Claude desktop via LiteLLM, and we are calling via our models with our models. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.